everybody. My name is Elias Martinez, host of the C.E.A. C.E.O. podcast, the show where we interview and collect stories from inspiring entrepreneurs and business leaders in the field of controlled environment agriculture. So, a little bit about me. My name is Elias Martinez, owner, founder, and farmer of Kubed Root, an urban farm micro greenery based in Buffalo, New York. Um, a little bit about my past, a little bit about my background. I was raised in Miami, joined the military, did that for about 5 years. I was a cook slash security guard. Um, so I have a little bit of a culinary background. So did that for a few years, got out, started running a few businesses, and a couple failed, and started going to school, got my degree in business, have started a whole family, um, and right now I work at a government job. I have a 9 to 5, um, and this whole microgreen thing basically sort of started as a hobby, and sort of just I don't want to say exploded, but kind of grew into um, somewhat of a viable side hustle. Just trying to make it happen, trying to make it bigger, and just taking tips and tricks from um, just other entrepreneurs, things that I've seen on the internet, and just applying it in real life and seeing sort of where it gets me. Um, so that's where I'm at right now. If you listen to the podcast, you probably get a deeper sort of understanding of where I'm at and where I started. So I'm gonna let you guys subscribe to there, whatever. Sort of still getting used to this. So just subscribe down there to the YouTube page and the podcast. Just find it under the C.E.A. C.E.O. podcast. I will be splitting this into two. So once I record this, scrape the audio, put it into a YouTube format or a podcast format. Sorry, just sort of start spanning out through there. So a little bit about the show. What it's going to be about is basically somewhat of a journaling or a journal of my daily and weekly ups and downs and starting this endeavor, kind of things that I'm going through. I'm trying to be as transparent as possible, and try not to divulge too much personal information, but I'll touch on subjects that probably some people won't. At least when it's involving starting a business. It's things that I'm currently going through right now. Issues with spouse and children and family, and, friends and vendors and suppliers and landlords. So I'm gonna try to share as much as I can without divulging too much private information and getting into trouble or anything like that. So we'll see how that dance works out. But it's going to be things that I'm pretty sure viewers are probably interested in finding out about, because I'm going to try to keep it as real as possible. So hopefully there isn't too much of a run of bad days. I don't want to come off as a whiner, because I'm not. But I do want to honestly detail my my feelings, I guess, about how I feel about certain things. So there will be that. There's going to be the daily and the weekly journaling. Just telling you guys maybe if I got a new account or something like that, or what to expect. If I'm expecting something pretty big, that's all going to be on there. So that's going to be one part of the of the segment. I'm also going to try to have some sort of news segment to where I will read off certain news articles or pages or whatever that's happening in the controlled environment agriculture field. So things with indoor agriculture, any sort of policies that we may need to look out for in the future, or um, any sort of mergers or acquisitions or new companies that are coming up. Um, so it's sort of going to just involve things of that nature, just in the controlled environment agriculture movement. Um, any other papers or something like that, that's going to be included as well. So that's going to be in there. It's going to be informational on industry. Um, Also, I'm going to be conducting interviews with CEA CEOs, where I will be speaking with them and trying to figure out um, how, I don't want to say figure out, but trying to um, just getting the story from them, from their perspective, and what brought them up to become a CEA CEO. So it's going to cover all sorts of owners and leaders, and it could be retail. If someone owns a small hydroponic shop, I would love to speak with them. Anybody that is creating a new tool or creating a new lighting system or chemicals or engineering or manufacturing, or anybody involved with training or farming also. So it's going to be a bunch of things like that. So I will be on the lookout for interview subjects. So if if it's you, or if you know anybody that is involved with the controlled environment agriculture, in any one of those aspects, I would love to speak with you, and we'll set up something. Still sort of just trying to work out the kinks in the whole system, because all this is still very new. So I hope you guys don't hold it too much against me. But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of things going on. If you listen to probably my last podcast episode, I was discussing a warehouse situation or landlord situation, and where I was expecting to go from there. So use that as a jump off point. I have found a place. It's not as large as the other place that I was looking to get, but it's just the right size. It's not too big. It's not too small. I mean, it's a bit bigger than what I really need right now, but it's perfect for where I'm trying to grow the company, and just to have that room for expansion. It's a really big deal. So I do have a space right now that I'm pretty happy about, fairly, cheaper price. But just slowly outfitting it. I'll be posting up pictures soon about it. Maybe I'll interject them into the corner, in one of these corners here, or put it up on top of my face or something. But yeah, so we'll be doing that. But for now, what is really new, I am going to start selling at my very first farmers market tomorrow. It's going to be at the Lockport Community Market. It's not too far from Buffalo. I mean, it's probably about 10, 13 miles from where I'm at. So I'm pretty excited about that. Gonna go and see what it is that I can do, or see what I can sell. So it's gonna be pretty exciting. For So it's gonna be tomorrow, starting at 10 in the morning. I'm gonna finish at 3. So I don't know what to expect. I know by the time this comes out, I'll probably have one under my belt already. But I would still love to hear your stories and your experiences with your first time doing a farmer's market. Kind of like things to expect, kind of issues that you've had dealing with it, um, mistakes you've made, assumptions that you've made, and kind of like what was the outcome. How much money did you make? How much money did you put into it? I would just love to hear it all. I mean, it's probably too late for me right now to learn anything from it, but maybe not. I mean, it's maybe probably something that I'm gonna make a mistake in the next time, in the next one that I go to. So I mean, I would love to hear your guys' input on what to expect with that. So yeah, so on top of doing the farmers market, I do have school. I am pursuing my PhD in business, um, but it is a internet college, but it's still pretty difficult considering the workload that I already have, because I do work close to about 50, 60 hours every week at my government job. So I'm doing that plus overtime, plus doing the urban farm thing where I'm growing, and the overtime is sort of to pay the rent and to pay the difference in what I really can't make with the microgreens. So it's my schedule's pretty fully stacked with work. Um, it's kind of hard for me to say that I'm bored anymore. I used to say I was bored, and now that's not even close to being true. There's always something to do. Sometimes I just want to pass out on the couch. That's sorry, excuse me. That's kind of something that I do. But I don't want to keep these videos to be too long. Probably keep them about a good 15 minutes where I explain my daily story, and just let you guys in kind of on my feelings, and just going through with that. One of the problems that I had today, because we are a one car sort of family, and the wife does use the car, so I kind of had to set up to rent a car to use for the day. I did it weeks ago, and got a good deal on it, but when I got there, I found out that I had to use a card that I didn't have. So they were unable to rent it to me unless they took out a really large down payment, which I didn't have enough money for. So that kind of got me down a little bit today. I was down earlier, just pretty angry at myself, and kind of was worried that I wasn't going to be able to participate in the farmers market. But I'm glad to say that it seems that everything worked out. I have a friend who said they would let me borrow their car for the day, and very thankful for that. It really helps, when there's people just looking out for you, and it's awesome. I mean, so if you guys have anybody that has helped you out in when you're in a tight sort of squeeze, in a tight situation, involving your controlled environment agriculture or even urban farming endeavor, if someone has helped you, let me know, because I would love to, because I am originally from Miami, so I don't have any family up here except for the wife and kids. So I'm pretty much up here by myself. Most of my friends and family are down in Miami, and they're the ones that I probably would be leaning on to help me out if I was anywhere located near them, or they were located near me. So yeah, let me know, who's been really big inspiration, or who has really helped you out. But I'm really thankful for being able to borrow the car from my friend and letting me borrow it. So I'm gonna see if maybe I record something tomorrow and do it at the farmers market. and probably put it out and see what you guys think. Um, but yeah, I mean, feel free to share with me any pictures or anything you guys have. Feel free to email them to me, um, or email questions or anything that you may have. Email it to um, uh, info, or no, not info. Sorry. Feel free to email it to C.E.A. podcast at gmail.com. Just have on there just questions or whatever. I'll have the link set down there. You guys can do that. But I'm looking forward to just learning more about the company, learning more about the business, and what it is that you guys are going through. And I would just love to hear your experiences. So I'm going to be trying to do this every day, like I said, and moving on to do other things. So, like I said, everything's new. It's a bit awkward, but I'm going to continue doing it so that I can help you guys and you guys can help me. All right? So, with that, I'll let you go, and just remember to keep on keeping on, keep doing what you need to do, and I'll C.E.A. you later.